All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are going to tackle a challenge that, let's be honest, we've all faced. Trying to teach someone how to use a piece of tech. It can be so frustrating, right? And it often ends with both of you feeling kind of lost. But what if there was a simple framework to make it work, like every single time? Well, there is, and we're going to walk right through it. Oh, you know the feeling. You're trying to show your coworker that new project management software, or maybe you're helping a family member with their new phone. You think you're being perfectly clear, but what you get back is just a blank stare. It really doesn't have to be this way. The key is to stop winging it and actually start structuring your approach. Okay, so first things first, before we can teach anything, we have to know what our real goal is. Are we training someone or are we educating them? I know they sound similar, but believe me, the difference is absolutely critical. Let's break this down a bit. See, education is all about the big picture, the why. It's for building that deep, long-term understanding. But for what we're talking about today, we're zeroing in on training. Training is all about the how. It's hands-on, it's about specific tasks, and it builds skills the person can use, like right now. The goal isn't for them to understand the deep philosophy behind the software, it's for them to be able to do something with it. So, how do we pull off great training? We use a super simple and easy to remember framework, the 4 Ps. Plan, prepare, present, and progress. This is going to be our roadmap. It basically takes all the guesswork out of the process and turns it into a clear, repeatable system. So let's jump into our first P, the plan. Everything, and I mean everything, starts here. You know, amazing training doesn't just happen by accident. It's always the results of really thoughtful and deliberate planning, long before you even think about opening a slide deck. The first, and honestly the most important question you can ask is, who are you training? Are they total beginners who've never even seen this program? Or are they experts who just need to learn one new feature? And here's a big one. What's their motivation? Are they there because they have to be or because they actually want to be? Knowing this stuff helps you tweak your tone, your pace, everything. Next up, you've got to figure out their starting point. What foundation are we building on here? You don't want to waste time on basics they already get, but you definitely can't skip fundamentals they're missing. The best way to find out? Just ask them, or talk to their manager, or maybe even use a quick little pretest to see where they're at. This right here, this might just be the most powerful question in the whole planning phase. Look, you can't teach them everything in one sitting. It's just not possible. So, what is the single most important thing they need to walk away knowing how to do? Nailing this down gives your entire training a laser focus. And this is the difference that focus makes. A vague goal like understand the software, I mean, how do you even measure that? You can't. But a performance objective? It's concrete. It's actionable. It starts with a doing word. The person can either do it or they can't. It's that simple. And that clarity guides everything you do from here on out. Okay, so once you've got that solid plan, it's time to roll into our second P, preparation. This is where you take that awesome plan and turn it into the actual materials and methods you're going to use. Now, the format you choose really depends on your goals and, well, your resources. One-on-one training is fantastic for personal attention, but it can be pricey. A big class, on the other hand, is way more cost-effective and lets people learn from each other, but you lose that individual focus. There's no single right answer here. It's all about picking the format that just fits your plan. Okay, this chart is a huge deal. It shows that if you just lecture at someone, they remember almost nothing. Seriously, like 5%. But just look at that massive jump when you get to hands-on practice. It shoots up to 75%. People learn by doing. Our goal as trainers is to get them doing as much as humanly possible. So keeping that in mind, here are 3 really powerful methods. First, just demonstrate the task. Let them watch you do it the right way. Then, and this is the most important part, immediately give them a hands-on activity. Let them try it themselves while it's all still fresh. And finally, give them a simple handout, a little cheat sheet, so they can do it again later without having to remember every single step. So, we've got our plan, we've got our materials. Now we're at the final 2 Ps, presenting the training and then progressing, which is all about getting feedback to make it even better next time. These two are totally linked together in this powerful loop. When you're actually presenting, just remember this: clarity always wins over quantity. It is so much better to teach one thing really, really well than to just rush through 10 things poorly. Use an outline, not a script, so you can sound natural and conversational. And hey, don't forget to give people breaks. The brain needs a little downtime to actually process and store new info. After you present that final P, progress kicks right in, and it all starts with feedback. I absolutely love this quote because it just reframes feedback so perfectly. It's not about judgment, it's not praise, it's not an evaluation, it's just data. It's information that tells you how close you are to your goal. And this creates a continuous loop of improvement. It's simple. You present, then you gather feedback by watching them try the task and asking what they thought. And then you use that data to refine your plan and your materials for the next time. Your training just gets better and better with every single cycle. So why does all this matter? Why go through the trouble? Because getting this right has a massive payoff. When you train people effectively, they become more self-reliant. They're more productive. They spend way less time feeling frustrated and more time actually getting stuff done. And for anyone in a support role, this is the dream. You get fewer support calls because you've empowered people to help themselves. So now it's your turn. Think about one little tech skill you could teach somebody else. Maybe it's a software shortcut or a cool feature on their phone. How would you use the 4 Ps to plan it out and deliver it? Because the art of tech training, it's not about being some tech genius. It's about having a great framework. And now, you've got one.